Tonight, the 16th annual Roxbury International Film Festival, or RIFF, kicks off at the Museum of Fine Art, and it continues there through Sunday. RIFF, which showcases the work of emerging and established filmmakers of color, has become the largest New England film festival dedicated to this genre. The festival is produced by the Color of Film Collaborative, and once again, it's our distinct pleasure to welcome Lisa Simmons, founder of the Color of Film Collaborative and the director of the festival. Wow, you're a busy lady.
I am busy. Thank you. It's always great to be here.
All right, this year it seems like there's one of your themes is crime and being behind bars. Why don't you tell us about what film
Meaning
is up?
bars as far as prison,
yes.
right? Yeah, it's really
Tonight,
interesting. It's really interesting how sort of all these films came together. It's really that, and also women. A lot of what we're talking about, women on the verge, not in a bad way, but in all sorts of different ways. So, the opening night film is an incredible documentary film called "The Life and Crimes of Doris Payne," and basically, it's a film about an international jewel thief.
Now, this is a documentary, not a film. This isn't like To Catch a
But
Thief or anything.
actually, they are in talks of making it a narrative feature.
Right, I heard that
Halle Berry
it's
was
so
interested in.
interesting, her true life story, that they're thinking of it. So this woman went around to Tiffany's and places
She was
around
in Monaco. She was in all sorts of places: Paris, Rome, New York City, everywhere, and no one had ever thought that who this woman was, and so it's a very interesting story. She's an incredible character.
All right, now continuing a little bit along the theme of prisons, you have the most fabulous prison,
the most fashionable prison in the world.
And what's that about?
Incredible film by a Filipino filmmaker who unfortunately will not be with us this year, but he does this huge fashion show in one of the worst prisons in Asia, and he gets all of these folks to create dresses, and they do a fashion show, and it's just incredible. And when I always talk about the festival, I always say to people, these are films you're never going to see anywhere else, right? You're not going to see them in the Megaplex.
No.
They're going to come through a festival once, and for our festival, you're not going to see them in Boston or New England that I can think of any other time. So it's like you can't say, okay, well, I'll catch it on Netflix, or I'll catch it at AMC Boston Common. You're not. These are the opportunities to see these, and they tell these incredible stories.
Now you have documentaries, we talked about that, the two things that are documentaries, but you also have feature films, right?
Oh, we have a lot of feature films.
Right, so
it's always a great mix to have both.
You have
the
like
features.
30 films this year, even though
we have 30 films this year. They are all screening at the Museum of Fine Arts. They've been an incredible partner for us, so we're really excited about that. But we have a series of shorts, which we call relationship shorts, which are all narrative, which have some great stories about young women taking care of their parents who are going through dementia. We have relationship shorts about an incredible film about an island that floods twice a day.
Wow.
and a relationship around that. I know exactly, but it's really interesting. That's what I'm telling you. Stories like this.
And as I understand, some of the urban narratives were made by Boston filmmakers.
Oh, we have a good number.
Oh, you got The Halls, which is about Boston public schools, right?
Right, exactly.
That's what a brother and sister team put this together for boys.
There's an incredible production company called Beyond Measure Productions, and they've been doing a lot of great things since they all got
And this
out
is
of
a
college.
web series that you guys are sort of premiering as
Right, but they created a movie out of it. So it's really a feature film that is based on this web series. So you'll be able to see the entire web series in a sense with some edits and everything as a feature film.
So this is about Boston boys in Boston schools and their problems.
Right. And then we have Culture of Silence, which is a film about Sierra Leone, which is an incredible film about a gentleman who grew up in Sierra Leone and was sort of, they left during the coup, and then he comes back years and years later to the place where he was born and how much he misses Sierra Leone. Talks a lot about that.
And now, what is your concluding film on Sunday?
Our concluding film on Sunday is Lift. It's actually, we're doing sort of a throwback Roxbury Film Festival, Roxbury International Film Festival. And it's one of Kerry Washington's early films. So, and it was done here. It was done by Kari Streeter and Domain.
So before she went to, Olivia Pope went to Washington, she was here.
She was here in Boston shooting a movie with these guys who are great, and Domain's going to be there absolutely to talk about the making of the film. And then we have local actors who were in the film coming in to talk about the business of acting in Boston and where they are now, where their careers have gone.
All right,
now.
I know we want to send the message that all these events are at the MFA, but you do have one thing in Roxbury at a dinner and movie at Haley House, right?
Dinner and movie, which is one of our favorite events as well. We're screening an incredible film called Adelante, which is about Irish church, an Irish Catholic church that sort of changes as the population changes and the immigrants start to move in and take over that church in a good way, and how they balance between the traditional Irish Catholic Mass and the Spanish masses. And that was done by a local filmmaker, so we're really excited about that. And
finally, you on Saturday at Northeastern, you're going to have programming for kids, young kids, and is that true? Yeah.
Actually no, at Northeastern we're not doing that this year, but we do have an incredible film on Saturday afternoon called American Promise, which is a film about the education of black and brown boys, and we'll have a big panel discussion, the filmmakers coming in to talk about that. So that really is an incredible film for young people.
All right, to see. Well, we just went through a whirlwind of things. It's probably easiest if you tell us about your website and people can go and find the times.
Right. So there's two websites that they can go to. They can go to our website, which is the Roxbury, www.roxburyinternationalfilmfestival.org.
Yes.
And then they can also go to the Museum of Fine Arts, www.mfa.org, and look under the film programs, and there you will find the Roxbury International Film Festival.
All right, we'll let you dash off because we know you got a lot to do this weekend. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Sure thing. Thanks for having us.